with me Ranjit, who is our product manager. So our team is focused on providing a solution to help you grow your app through invites or referrals. So why do referrals matter? So let's take a look at the typical flow that people use to acquire users. Your users might find your app through search or ads, and that will bring them to your app. And your first goal at this point is to basically get them to download the app, install it, and open it. Once they have done that, your next step is to hopefully see if they can do a key action, because users who perform a key action in your app are more likely to come back to the app. At this point, you've activated your users. After this, your goal is to keep them retained and engaged, and you can do this by surfacing information at periodic times or by enabling sharing between users inside the app. So far so good. So from this point, one of the best ways to grow your users is to use your existing users to refer other users. And if you can do this right, if you have a great app, then this will lead to a positive loop, which can give you a very cost-effective way to acquire new users. Word of mouth is the #1 source of app discovery by people. And this makes word of mouth the #1 driver for app growth. Most people find apps through word of mouth, and people who actually install and get on your app through word of mouth referrals are more likely to have higher retention. So the question is, what should you look for in a solution that can lead to good word of mouth based referrals? The first question is, why should one of your users actually refer somebody? So you have to motivate them by providing an easy flow that makes it easy for them to refer an app that they love to their friends. And when they refer the app, they need to feel like they are actually going to enrich their friend's experience and make something better for them. So let's say you've done that. Your next challenge is to make sure that the friend who was referred actually sees the referral. So you want to make sure the referral is delivered by the appropriate channel, maybe SMS, maybe email, and not be limited to just one specific platform by which they are delivered. So on the other side, when the friend actually gets the referral, the friend's going to click on it if he thinks, okay, this might be useful to me, this looks cool, let me try it out. When they click on it, he has to go through the entire, click on the link, go to the App Store, install the app, open it, the whole flow. So as he goes through the whole flow, it's very useful to keep them in context and remind them why they are going through that process in the first place. That this referral came from a friend who thought this might be useful to them, and there is something attached to it that they can find and use later. So you want to keep them in context. So what you want is ideally a personalized, contextual word-of-mouth flow that keeps the context all the way through. So the question is, how do you actually go about building such a flow? And what we are doing here at Google is, with this new product, App Invites, we are making it easy for everyone to create personalized, contextual word-of-mouth referral flows. App Invites is launching today in beta. It provides a word-of-mouth flow that is optimized by everything that Google can bring to the table. We are launching with 5 partners: Yamli, Coinbase, Urban Sitter, Pixar, and CW. So let's go through very briefly one example of how one of our partners is actually using App Invites. So Urban Sitter is an app that lets parents find babysitters and book them. Right? So if a parent has had a great experience with a sitter, Urban Sitter will ask that parent, hey, why don't you recommend this sitter to one of your friends who might need them too? And as an incentive, hey, give your friend $25 to try out the sitter. When the friend gets that link delivered through email, SMS, or whatever is the best channel, and the friend clicks on it, if Urban Sitter was not using App Invites, what would happen is that the friend would install the app and would go into a default onboarding screen where he has to go and now cut and paste a referral code to go and claim his $25 and figure out why he came there in the first place. With App Invites, the context is propagated all the way through. So when the friend opens the app for the very first time, even before he signs in, the screen he sees is personalized for him. The screen says, hey Chris, your friend thought you would like to try out this sitter, and here's $25 to try them out. So why don't you sign up and consider that your friend has recommended. This personalized onboarding flow on the very first screen makes it highly likely that the friend who got the referral will actually take the trouble of signing up and trying out UrbanZip. What we have done with AppInvites is looked at every step of the onboarding flow and optimized every single phase. So when the sender wants to send an invite, AppInvites provides the sender with a complete list of all their contacts on the device, on Google, from everywhere. In addition to that, AppInvites suggests to them that here are the people that you may want to send it to based on the activity on other properties. After that, we let them deliver the invite through SMS or email or any channel that is best to reach the friend who has been referred. On the other side, when the friend views the invite, AppInvites presents a rich UX that pulls in information from Google Play Store and the Apple App Store to put your apps in their best context with all the ratings, recommendations, everything right there in the email with an actionable button that says install the app right now. When they install the app, we have done everything we can to make that as smooth as possible. For example, on Android, if you click install the app from our UX, the friend will be taken directly to the App Store without a browser screen in between. And if the app's already present, it will also go directly to the app without a browser screen in between. So we completely skip that one extra screen that creates a context switch. And finally, when the recipient opens the app, AppInvites allows the developer to provide a very warm welcome with a personalized contextual onboarding screen that says, hey, here's why you came here, here's the person who recommended you, and here's the incentive, please sign up and try it out. So now let me introduce Ranjit, who will take us through some details of the flow.
Thank you, Raghavan. Hello, everybody. I'm Ranjit Jera, and I'm the product manager for AppInvites. Raghavan just spoke about all the features that we have built into AppInvites. And now, the question for you is, how do you make use of these features in your app? And to help you think about how best you can take advantage of AppInvites, let me tell you a very short story. It involves Food to You, which is our friendly, fictitious food delivery app. Sam and Debbie, two friends who share an interest in food. And AppInvites, which is a cool new product from Google. So Sam uses Food to You to get his dinners delivered every night, whenever he's not in the mood to cook, which is pretty much every night. Today, he's in the mood for a delicious Vietnamese meal, so he orders his favorites, lemongrass chicken noodles and pho bo. Now, Food to You knows that their users are happiest right after they have placed an order. So this is a great time for the app to ask Sam to invite his friends and share his love for Food to You. It's also a great opportunity to motivate Sam to enrich his friend's first experience. So Food to You prompts Sam to gift his friends a free first order. Now, your users are your best champions, so you should treat them well, and you should ask them to invite their friends at the right place and right time in your app. Enter Google's AppInvites widget. On Android, this lives in Google Play Services. On iOS, this is available as a separate SDK. Sam uses the AppInvites widget to invite his friends to Food to You. Let's see how that works. For invitation flows to work really well, they need to allow a user to invite a wide range of contacts. The AppInvites widget is designed exactly for that. It allows Sam to invite anyone in his phone address book, and on Android, anyone in his Google contacts. It allows you, the developer, to leverage an extensive social graph, one that is based on phone numbers. Sam can send these invites via two powerful distribution channels, SMS and email. An AppInvite is really a recommendation for an app. We all know that recommendations work best when they come from trusted sources. So the App Invites widget presents a list of suggestions to Sam, and these suggestions are his closest contacts. So that when Sam sends an invite to them, they are a lot more likely to respond to it and install the app. These suggestions are based on Sam's interactions with them across several Google properties like Gmail, Hangouts, and Google+. Suggestions also lower the friction for Sam to invite his friends. And that's an example of a core design principle that we have used, which is reduce friction at every step of the way in the word-of-mouth flow. Now Sam knows that his close friend Debbie loves Vietnamese food too, so he chooses to invite her. Invites work best when they're personalized. So the App Invites widget allows Sam to add a personal note to Debbie, telling her about his love for food to you. This message can be personalized by the app developer and provide a default. We suggest that you make the default message intimate and informative. Now Sam sends the invite out, in this case over email, and Debbie receives it. You can notice that the email has directly come from Sam to Debbie. It's very intimate and personal. In addition to the note that Sam has added, the email is rich and actionable. It has important details about the Food to You app, which are pulled from Google Play Store and the iOS App Store. And most importantly, the email includes a very prominent and clear call to action for Debbie to install the app. Now, Debbie trusts Sam's recommendations, so she decides to take a look at the app. She is taken to the Google Play Store. As Radhavan mentioned, on Android, we have made this flow fast and smooth. Debbie is taken directly to the Play Store without a redirect to the browser in between. That's another example of a core design principle of ours. Make everything in the user experience flow fast and smooth. Debbie installs the app, and when she opens it for the first time, she sees that Sam has gifted her a free first order. She even sees the dishes that Sam has recommended. This is our warm welcome feature. Using cross-platform deep linking, you can provide a custom, personalized onboarding experience for your users so that they are very likely to engage with your app. With this feature, we mitigate a key problem that developers face, losing new users during onboarding. Now, Debbie sees this, and she loves the dishes that Sam has recommended, and therefore she goes ahead and places an order. With a few taps, she has her dinner delivered to her home, and she has experienced the magic of food. So that's our little short story about App Invites. Let's do a quick recap. We launched App Invites in beta. What's an App Invites beta? It's a cross-platform product on Android and iOS. We realized that you as a developer want to build apps that work very well everywhere. So we are fully committed to building a best-in-class product that works well across all different platforms. It allows your users to invite their device and Google contacts over SMS and email. We have a very rich invite email UX with a very prominent call to action to install your app. Using deep linking, we provide a personalized onboarding flow. And finally, you can monitor the performance of your invite flows using our integration with Google Analytics. App Invites Beta is the first step that we are taking to make it easy for you to grow your app organically via word of mouth. Our goal is to take the hard work out of building referral and onboarding flows so that you can focus on your core app experience and build apps that delight your users. Thank you very much, and now we'll take questions.
What happens if like two users invite the same person? Will he get like two promotions or just one?
Two offers? So, the, yeah, they'll get 2 invites in that case. Yeah. Okay. So the question is, how do you use it? Where do you integrate it from? Um, so on Android, this is available in Google Play Services. On iOS, this is an SDK. This is part of an SDK. Please go to developers.google.com/app-invites, and we have instructions on how to integrate this on both Android and iOS. Once again, that is developers.google.com/app-invites.
What would happen if Debbie opened the email?
So that would still on a mobile device, that would still redirect to the correct app store. On a desktop, it depends. We take the user to the play.google.com page, so it goes to the Google Play Store on desktop.
Even if they're an iOS user?
That's good. Then it goes to the iTunes Store. That's right. Developers.google.com/app-invites.
The question here was, how does it know if it's iOS or Android on desktop? So what it does right now is, if it doesn't know, it takes you to the app store that the sender used. So if the sender was an Android, it takes it to Android. If the sender was an iOS, etc.
Does the referral still work if they don't use the call to action, or they search for your app in the store instead?
So in this case, the referral works only if they go through the install flow from the app. So searching through the App Store itself, that's a different acquisition flow. So this referral would not work. So this is a personal user-to-user invite. So it's the recipient of the invite will need to tap on the invitation to get that.
Does this require the contact information?
On Android, no, it does not require the contacts permission. This is running in Google Play Services. So the contacts information is not provided to the app. It remains within the widget, and therefore you don't need the contacts permission.
In your example, you use the physical goods and services. Would it be possible to leverage the same widget for in-app purchases for digital goods?
Yes, it's possible. So it's a general purpose widget that can be used to provide any kinds of incentives and transactions.
Thanks, Sanjeev. When will developers have access to API calls that allow you to just tap into the functionality with a custom UX?
Good question. So we cannot comment on future timelines, but we do understand that this is something that our developers are interested in, so we are looking into it.
A couple of questions. One, does the invite widget report back to the app what is the user do, like if it's back, if he actually invited, how many people did he invite? And second question, if the email is opened on a PC and the user goes to the web store and clicks on install, as much as I know right now referrals don't pass on web installs, will it work with this solution?
The first question was, the basic of analytics. So we have analytics built in into the product. I don't think we mentioned it, but it's actually built in. So there's a dashboard that shows the whole flow from sending to delivery, clicking, conversion, to install the whole flow. So you can track where it falls off, and you can see if you can make improvements to on the messaging to fix it. We don't have A/B testing in the beta, but it's obviously on the roadmap. It's something that we can also use. Right now it's manual. So from the web, what happens is from Android, you can use over-the-air installs. That will work.